Hey everyone, NARCAN, that NARCAN stuff. Here's a question for you. I'm wearing this is Spinal Tap. Do you see that movie? A lot of people love that movie. They compare it kind of to some of the earlier Saturday Night Live. But anyway, NARCAN. What do you think about this proposal that was made to me for myself to become a NARCAN administrator? I had a call for emergency services today in Duarte, California. So I didn't know, do I dial 911? Do I call the fire department? Do I call the sheriff's department non-emergency line? Because a lady was sitting, they call it the Asian squat. I don't know the proper name for it, but when you sit flat on your feet and you just sit down, you just come down, but you never sit. You just kind of hover, squat. And they say white people can't do it. I can't do it, so I can't speak for all white people. But it's kind of hot. Anyway, I turned off the air conditioner because it makes noise. But anyway, much better. A little breeze comes through. But anyway, so I had a call. She was sitting like that. Her feet were like this. Her body was up in the air, kind of, and her forehead was on the ground. So she's kind of like in the upside down letter C, or maybe like she looked kind of like a staple. Her body was kind of like a staple, or a slinky. When you put the slinky in it, don't on the stairs. That's what she looked like. Pretty bad. I mean, I'm not trying to make light of it, but that's the description I can give. I've seen her before at Walmart, at the McDonald's. They were asked to leave. They have a little white dog with them. It's a 3-pack of homeless people, and they have whatever it is, a little pipe, and they have a foil, and they were putting it in that pipe, and they were smoking it. It didn't make a whole lot of smoke, but it smelled bad. And I think she injects as well. So I don't know if she smokes crack or is it meth. It's one of those pretty powerful stuff, because it was 1 minute she was just kind of fine in the McDonald's. I went to get an iced tea on my walk. While I was on a walk, and it was kind of hot, so I decided to get an iced tea. And by the time I got the iced tea, I was like the second person in line. I got the cup for the iced tea, went to fill up the iced tea, and I turned around to sit down for a minute because I had two emails about acting roles. I wanted to make sure I answered. So somebody gets an answer like that. And she was out, almost on the ground. That's whatever it is she takes. It's really fast. They believe she was getting fentanyl. Either she's purposely taking fentanyl, or it's mixed in with her other drugs of choice. Maybe not drugs of choice. I'm sorry, bad drugs that she's addicted to. I'm sure right now, if she thinks back to that very first time, she would probably think, okay, no. Here, would you like some heroin? Would you like some cocaine? Would you like some meth? What if she'd only said no? I don't know, maybe Nancy Reagan was right. But anyway, they had to come and they had to administer her some help. She was down by Hamilton. They're still there. Hamilton and Mountain. I'm not going to say exactly where they are, because some people might not be very nice to them, the unhoused. One unhoused lady told me the other day that someone had shot a BB and it hit her in the forehead, and she got up to see what it was, and then the next BB got her in her ear, hit her on either hit the ear or into the ear. Ouch! They shot BBs at her because they didn't want her sleeping in their flower beds. That's not nice. But anyway, so they went and took care of her, and a lady called me from the LA County Health Department, or whatever, saying to me, in your description of what was going on, you said you were out for a walk, and you walked quite a bit. And I said, well, yeah, I did walk over 300 miles in November of, not last year, but the year before, for my 61st birthday, and I do walk quite a bit. And she goes, do you see this a lot? And I said, well, not necessarily that. I have seen people overdosing, and I've called, but I've never really seen someone that bad off. it just for that long. She was there for a while. And she said, well, we're going to start, I guess they start classes or whatever, where you can become an administrator of NARCAN. I guess you can get, I think you can buy it, and you snort, make them sniff it in their nose or a hole or whatever. It just means, that's a little, I have probably some kind of way to project it like an aerosol or something to get the drugs, the healthy drug, into their bodies when they've took the unhealthy drug. And I told her, well, I don't really carry a purse. If it was in my car, I wouldn't do much good amount of walking. They said, well, we have a little pouch they can hook onto a belt or something like that. And I said, well, I would probably need some training. In a dire emergency, I'm pretty sure I can just grab a unhoused individual that's in a or not necessarily unhoused, whoever's having the overdose. The ones I've seen have all been unhoused individuals. I'm sure I'm strong enough and everything to flip them over, hold them down, and and maybe do that. But there's got to be some kind of training for that. I mean, is it one of those kind of situations where, like, if you don't need CPR, don't do CPR on somebody. That's why we have the CPR dummies, the mannequins, to practice on blowing and pumping the chest and all that. You don't use a defibrillator on someone that their heart's running. That you can overstimulate the body. So I don't know, is it a situation like that? But she said they are going to have some training for this, and she wanted to know if maybe I'd be interested. So she's going to send me the information. But would you do that? Would you walk around with a pouch of NARCAN on your belt and be at the ready? I have administered first aid type stuff. I've had a pregnant lady who had passed out at a salad place that my friend Emily and I were eating, and I took care of her till the paramedics got there. I've had where I've had to take my shirt off, and I was at my fattest and big, C cup boobies, and like Dylan Mulvaney, my boobies. But I had a big. I mean, I look like, I don't know, my body. I was so white and everything. Probably, I had pants on. It probably looked like a polar bear sitting on a rock. I was huge, and I had to take my shirt off and administer that piece. Of lady had hit her head, and I held that to stop the bleeding. And then they actually brought me a shirt. The fire department got me a fire department shirt, an extra large. He called in. They said, what's going on? So I stopped the bleeding. I'm trying to stop the bleeding. I took my shirt off, and I'm administering direct pressure. And the restaurant here, this was not the same restaurant, different restaurant. She was walking to the restaurant on the side. They're bringing me some towels. We're getting some ice and some wet towels, to try to stop the thing, and then also if it's swelling. But they weren't that far away. They were about a mile and a half away, so it wasn't like we had to do that much full. It's not like we were in the desert somewhere and someone got shot with an arrow, or got bit by a rattlesnake. But they did bring me a shirt. That's pretty nice. So I have had a situation where I've had to administer first aid. I've had to help people push a car out of then an accident, move the cars out so they don't get hit by something. I found lost dogs and all that kind of stuff. And I am out walking. I do see things. Would you do that? Would you become a NARCAN? I mean, I don't know what they call them. I'll find out when I get the information. But would you do that? Would you be considered to do that? I guess you can put them in your car. But what they were saying is, since I walk, I see things that you don't see when you drive by, and that's true. If you drive down the road at 35 miles an hour, you may not see something that you would if you're walking at 4 miles an hour or less. Maybe depending on how fast you walk. I went to Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and you know what's weird? Last time I was there, they were super, super nice, and this time super, super rude. Maybe they're tired from the Super Bowl, maybe they're mad, maybe they didn't get good tips today, but it's kind of weird. When I was a kid, and then when I worked at McDonald's as a kid, it didn't matter if you were sad, if your girlfriend broke up with you, if you're excited because you're going to go see Van Halen at the Fabulous Forum next week, and you got great seats, and you're so excited. You look at this, I'm on the third row, and I was like, hey, David Lee, how you doing? Hey, Eddie. And you're really happy. You don't have to be like bubbly, like, hey, welcome to McDonald's, how are you? But if you say, hey, or welcome to McDonald's, can I take your order? You can't really be rude to someone because you're feeling a little blue. Nowadays, I guess that's allowed. I mean, I've seen that before where people, usually they're nice, and then one time you come in and they're either not nice or rude. It's very strange. The girls, I can't say girl, the person that I believe identifies as a young woman was very, very rude. I gave him a tip and everything. I don't know, real rude. So Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf over here at Shamrock and Huntington. Today, you didn't measure up. You were really, really rude. The young lady was rude. They have an older woman that works there. I would say she's probably in her 50s. She's really nice. This one I've seen before. I've only been in there a few times. But when I was working for Grubhub and DoorDash and all that a lot, I would see them when I come to pick up. And this one that I saw today, she was kind of rude to me. But I thought that's just because she hates drivers. Most people that work in the restaurants hate the drivers. I'm sorry to say, if you're a driver, they hate you. Anyway, NARCAN. I don't know how to spell it to put this video out, but I will put this out. I have to go over and return this item. I bought this item, and it's not right. They told me this isn't what I needed, and it's not, so I'm going to go try to return it and get my $9 back. So anyway, everyone have a great day. Did you watch the Super Bowl? Very, very boring. Very boring. So, well, you always want a close game. I want a close game. You watch that. Not too good. There is a radio station, I guess they were joking about Kelsey physically abusing Taylor Swift. And I think they're going to get a little suspension, it looks like. I'm not sure what will happen with that. I'll let you know if I find out more. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I got to roll the windows up so I can put the air conditioner on so I can drive to return to this. Take care.